Hi there, Sandile here. Guy who lives on top of the hill and gardens on top of the hill. Right, guys. So what do you need to start an avocado tree from an avocado seed? Okay, this is an avocado that I had earlier for lunch, so I kept the seed, and this is an avocado that I might not have because, as you can see, when it was harvested it fell, and avocados are very fragile. If you drop them and they get heat, you can't see it when they are green, like green, but as they ripen, they start showing the spots where they got damaged. And then also inside, you will see when we open this one, also inside, they tend not to look or to be very nicely. So yeah. Okay, so you need avocados, of course, or an avocado so you can get the seed. You need a jar. It can be any jar. I often use the bottles because it's easy after I'm done with the process to just wash it and reuse it. You'll need a knife, of course, to cut the avocado. You'll need toothpicks, either toothpicks or anything that you can use to plank on the avocado seed so that it can balance on the jar. You'll need either a bag, I use the bag, or a pot plant. No, not a pot plant, a pot for plants. Yeah, a pot for plants. I often use like yogurt containers. I recycle, I reuse, but I don't have one. But more often I prefer these guys. If I don't have these guys, I'll use a yogurt container, and you will need compost or soil. Okay, right. So let's get on with these guys. So let's open this avocado and see if I am right or I am wrong about the damaged areas. As you can see, like I said, it would have been a very beautiful and nice avocado, but unfortunately you can see here where it fell and it was heat, and then this causes the avocado to spoil the whole of it inside, so it won't be as nice as this was. Okay, but all we need here is this guy, the seed. Voila! Even better, this seed, if you look at it, it already has a shoot here, meaning it is ready to be propagated, if that's the right word to use, or it is ready to be started with, to germinate it, to grow the plant out of it. So what I often do also is I peel this off. I peel the veins off. I call these veins because of how this looks like. I peel them off. Okay, so we've peeled this off. So we will use this one to put on the container, and we will use this one to put on the bottle. Or it can be either or. We can use this one for the bottle and we can use this one for the container. Yeah, most probably let's use this one for the bottle because the seed will go inside without the support of my toothpicks, so that we get to use the toothpicks, because this one is a little bit bigger and it can just sit here like that without toothpicks. So if you have a bigger seed, you don't need the toothpicks. Okay, let's put you there. Let's put the toothpicks. Toothpicks, you can put them anyhow. It really doesn't matter how you put them. But I often put them in such a way that they can balance the whole thing, So there we go. It can sit And also I tend to love to make sure that my toothpicks are a little bit higher, so that the seed gets just more than the tip end in the water. It has to get just more than the tip end in the water. There we go. We have this set up. As you can see, it is already set up. All we need to do is fill it with water. So we fill it with water. I'll show you how far I get my water up to. And once we fill it with water, the next thing to do is to put it where there is sunlight. So now we filled it with water. My water is just by the tip end. I'll show it to you just now. So after I filled it with water, what I often do is I'll put this by the windowsill where it'll get the sun to encourage the plant to grow, Okay, now let's do this one. Let's do the one in the back. Get the bag out here. So we have our, got our one bag here. Here we go. There we go. Got our one bag. Yeah, it doesn't want to sit on its own. I don't know why. But as soon as we put some compost in it, I'm sure it will sit on its own. I don't want to make a mess, but this bag is also not helping much. Okay, now we've kind of like made a mess, which is not so much of a bad mess. Okay, right. Since the bag is black, I don't know if it will be visible. Let me see. Compost is black, the bag is black, but anyway, I often fill the bag up to almost like halfway. I fill it up to halfway. Okay, that's it there. That's halfway. And once I fill the bag halfway, I take the seed. Like I said, I remove these guys. Well, some people, they say these guys are good because they keep it moist or whatsoever. I don't like these guys. I get rid of them, and I prefer to put the seed directly as it is naked. It's exactly how I do my mango. Yes, it's exactly how I do my mango. With my mango as well, I take it out of the husk or the covering that it normally sits in, and I put it in bare naked. Yes, I put it in bare naked. There we go. This one is now naked. See, as you can see, this one, unfortunately, unlike this one, it hasn't had a shoot or it hasn't started germinating. So we might have to wait just a little bit longer for this one to come out than this one will, because this one is already a step ahead. But I don't know, nature has funny ways of doing its own things. So we put the seed. How we put the seed, the tip end, the sharp end, sort of like sharp end, is the one that you put on the soil, and the seed has to face upwards like that. And then we complete the covering. So we cover the seed with the compost. There we go. And I will need to have to put more compost here because this one I have is not enough to cover the seed completely. And we have to keep this guy here moist, meaning we have to water it regularly so that it stays moist, and then so that the seed can actually germinate. Okay, yeah, so that's how I do my avocado plant from the seed, either this way or this way. One of the two works for me, and I have in my yard quite fairly a few avo trees. Right, guys? Yes, so that's how I make, or I start. Yeah, that's how I start my avocado trees, with either the bottle, and either a bottle, or it could be one of those plastic containers or whatsoever. Don't forget the toothpicks, but you can also use nails or any objects that you can put in on the seed. And then remember to put your water all the way up to the tip of the seed. The water has to touch the tip of the seed because that's where the root will come from. Okay, and often the time, as time goes on, the water evaporates, so you have to keep checking if the water is still at that level, because what happens often, the water, as it evaporates, it goes below the seed, and then the seed dries up and then it dies. Okay, let's avoid that. So it's either that or this. Yeah, so you have a choice, this or that. Otherwise, guys, I hope that you learned something out of this, and that you can start your avocado trees or plants at your own place and plant them. They tend to grow quite fairly fast where I am here in Bothasil, Devon. I do not know about other areas. And also another thing that's with my trees, avocado trees especially, specifically, I don't water them as much as I've often hear people say the amount of water they need. But I don't know whether that could be because we do tend to have a bit of rain often, not always, but yes. So yeah, but they do grow quite very fast, mine. And yes, and also when they produce, they do produce quite significantly. So please do start yours. Never know how long it will take for it to grow, how long it will take for it to produce. But the best thing is to start. Get started and keep going and enjoy your avocados from your own tree. You know, that you know what they contain, what they have in, you know. I don't use pesticides, so mine don't contain no pesticides. I don't paint the tree. Some people paint the tree white or whatever to avoid whatever. I don't paint my trees. I just make sure that the soil is good. I make my own compost, mixing it with chicken scraps and whatever, eggshells, whatever, and I dump it there with the worms, and that's what I do. And so far, so good. Anyways, I hope you learned something, or I hope you gained something from this video. Please do me a huge favor by 1, liking this video, 2, subscribing, 3, sharing it, 4, comment, even if it's great job, even if it's just 1-word comment. Please do comment. I appreciate those comments. I appreciate those thumbs up. I appreciate those subscription, and I appreciate those share. Please, 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 please. Otherwise, Sandile here, guy who lives on top of the hill and gardens on top of the hill. I am out. See you on another video.